offense towards each other, that's fine. The only way it might be a problem is the other party was forced. You are living in the family and your uncle forced his niece and slept with her, or your brother forced a sister and slept with her, or a sister end up, deceiving a brother and slept with him. Anything of that nature which it is not a willing approach on both sides, that kind of thing, then that is terrible. It's a sin. You are offending the other person. You did something that you did not like. Even if it's not within the family, it's outside the family where you are distantly related, you don't know each other very well, and it happens, it is still something which is wrong. You've done something to that person that he didn't want. You forced her into a state that he never want. To my view, this is sin. This is wrong. But any engagement, a man and a woman, it doesn't have categories or whatever. Because if you're even in a Christian sense, then you are in the sense of believing that is how we all came about in the first place. That's how God intended and made us to be what we are. So you should even be cool to the whole issue idea than anybody else. If you're coming from the Muslim too, you have that same link. Or if you're coming from outside that, which you have a different belief of God, people coming from all different sources, then you have a different approach. But at the end of the day, you also will see that at the end of the day, if that even happens in a natural life, you can't just curse that people and condemn those people and say that no, it is wrong for them to have engaged or to do that or to allow such a thing. It's a taboo. It is not a taboo anywhere. It's neither here nor there. If it happens, whichever way. But the only thing is that it is always wrong. You don't need God or anything. It's common sense. You tell that it is wrong to pursue the other without his willing acceptance of whatever it is that you pursue or whatever act that you take upon that person. If that person decides to persecute you or put you into that situation, he has every right to do so. You have gone against his will or his desire, his wishes. That is the sin. This is where sin comes into play. This is what I think sin should be defined, or how sin is being defined, properly defined, without it being misinterpreted or being used in the wrong way. But if we have a simple definition like this, it's very, very more understanding and more peaceful and more embracive, or should be more embracive than any other things we keep, specifically calling out certain things and say this is sin. Sin is that. Sin is that. Sin is stealing. Sin is stealing. Sin is killing. Sin is. If you just go ahead with that straightforward, direct definition of sin, of certain elements of actions that is being done is sin, then you are putting yourself in a corner where those same things you have considered to be sin is being done. The same action that's being taken where the reasons behind it justify it being done. You understand? And you may be very worried about it because whoever going through it might not be offended in it. People kill themselves willingly, they do that, or ask people to do them willingly, ask people to do it, kill them willingly. What I saw in YouTube of people killing somebody, if it was done in a sense that the person who was being slaughtered ask for them to kill him, that he wanted that death, he willingly wanted to die, there's no sin. They have not done anything wrong to do that, to cut himself that way, because he willingly wanted that. Now I hope that he wasn't persuaded or convinced or deceived through all those means to put him into the state of saying that he wants to die and go to heaven, where people are told to believe that if you believe in Allah or you accept Allah in certain ways, like you go to heaven, you get blessed. So if you do something wrong, you accept your destiny, they take your life and you go to heaven and have 70 wives. People even go to kill other people with bombs in the Islamic world, I believe, which they all follow through to do that because they are convinced that they go into heaven. And when they go, they will have 70 wives to marry, or probably they'll go there and live a happy life. So they have to take their life in order to save life. I mean, if people will go to heaven, okay, and have 70 lives or whatever, and your family member, if you are an Arabic, you listen to me as I say this, you are an Islamic person, and you say you are fanatic, you're killing people, you are angry because you kill your sister, or they kill your father, or you kill your mother, or somebody did something bad to you. Why are you worried? Because the heaven there, that the people they've killed, your relative, they've killed them, they are going there, they are going to be happy. They are going to have 70 wives. They are going to be enjoying themselves. So why are you having a vendetta against the people who killed them? You should rather congratulate them, isn't it? If that is what the belief is, then you should rather go to congratulate that person. If you're a Christian and you should believe that heaven is a good place and there is another heaven that people will go with, when somebody dies, you don't need to be worried. You don't need to worry. You don't need to get troubled. Even if the person was killed by somebody, you don't need to worry. Because you believe that he's going to heaven. Or you believe that he's going to hell. Is that what this is about? The fighting is about? Just think about it. I'll put a bomb around me and I'll sit in a bus and kill it because I have anger towards a certain group of people and I kill them, paying back my debt for what they did. They did what? They killed my people, they killed my uncle, they killed my daughter. And I do that so that I can also join them and go to hell. But you want to take other people along with you. Go alone. You know, you can put a bomb around you and kill yourself and die. You alone. Go there, you go to the heaven there, enjoy yourself. Why are you pulling people there who are not willing to go with you? You make it all sound as if it's a terrible place that they have put your family into. And so you also want to go there and kill, you want to kill these people so that they go and experience it and see that if it's a good place. Indirectly, you are telling them, you're suggesting, ironically, you're trying to tell the people you are destroying their life that even though you are claiming that you are going to heaven, you also believing that it is not probably heaven that you're going. Because if it is truly joyful heaven place you are going, would you want somebody to come along with you? No. You probably keep it to yourself and go quietly, enjoy yourself, and you leave the rest because they don't want to come, they don't want to believe, so you just do it yourself and you go. But you don't want to. You do what you are doing, you have it in your mind that you are punishing them. You are killing them because you are punishing them, or you are punishing their family members in the same way they punish you. They punish you because they send your family to heaven. Is that what you should believe? I mean, the contradiction is there clearly. Read the Quran, read the Bible, see these contradictions. People claim to believe something that they don't even believe in. They don't even, they don't make it add up in a sensible way for us to see that, wow, this is really right. Hey, if we say we believe in heaven, we believe in that, we give all those promises to people and lead them to come into us and all that. But we sort of found ourselves in certain situations, and the thing that we truly claim to believe, we don't even follow through. We don't sort of put it into practice. We get angry. We get angry when our members get killed, or we find people in certain situations that we love our loved ones in certain situations that may end up losing their lives. I mean, truly, if you truly believe along that line, you don't think they lose their life or they lost their life. You think they went to heaven. If we read the Quran, it says from the beginning, it says all things come to me. From the what do you call that? The first revelation that we read from Surah 96. It says clearly that all things come to me. You know this in your head. If you're the same thing with the Bible, they know that in the Jehovah, all things come to me. So why would they be worried? Why should I be worried if I truly accept these words, accept that? There are certain elements that tells me that I shouldn't even be worried. If my closest person dies, or I shouldn't. But mostly they are highly worried. They cry. The funeral, they are worried that they want to pay back the debt. They want to, and then there's another things in there that tells them, forgive. God is merciful. And then some people will just hold on to the forgive and then forgive. I mean, why should you ask even them to why do you have to forgive them? Because they did something good for you. They send your family to heaven. Your family is going to heaven. They're going to get 70, or they're going to go to a good place. Why should you should rather thank them, isn't it? That's how it should have been. You should rather thank them if people do that, like me or whatever. But I don't believe along that line. So you do that to me, that's a terrible thing. My family members will be very worried because they know that you've taken the only one life that I have got. And those people who do that, I believe also some inside their conscience, they are acting and they don't know how they are acting because they are mixing it to their belief and all that, and I'm explaining it to them. But their actions is speaking louder. And loudly speaking, telling them that their pain is because they know that the life that their child has got, the life that their mother has got, the life that their father has got, the one life that their close relative has got has been taken from them. That is why they are worried and they want to do something for their family or their close relations. They want to pay back. They want to, that vendetta, anger is coming from the same anger, but they are not aware of it that way. It's all contradicting, but think about it. Think about it. If you think along certain ways of life, then your anger is justified. But if you are thinking along these ways and all those things, and you keep